Okay, after we install the driver and the software on the machine, we can start to load the ink on the machine. Load the ink, and after load the ink, we need to load the water on the UV cooling tank. So we find out the UV cooling tank on the right side of the machine here, and we open the cover. We put the water inside. Put about to this lever. To this lever, the water lever. Then we put back the cover. And we be sure all the connection, the water tube is connected where, and we push down this UV circulation pump to check the water is go through or not, and also to check the UV lamp is leak water or not. If it is leak water, then we connect wire and connect again. So it's not leak water. Or insert with water inside and go back to the tank. After we put the water inside the water tank, then we can start to load the ink. Before we load the ink, we need to find out the two waste ink tank, two waste ink tuber, and one big waste ink tuber from the vapor. The three tuber put to the waste ink bottle. We can find a waste ink bottle here and put to this bottle, and then we can adjust the UV lamp to maximum, the power to maximum. Connect wire. Then we can go to software to start to load ink from the ink damper to print head. So we open the software and we go to setting and go to here. We can see a button named Fill Ink, head 1 and head 2 and heads. So if you already installed one head, you just take head 1 to click start and head 2 start. And if you put white ink head and color ink head both, so we can choose head and click start. Then the machine will start to load ink automatically to the cap station and to waste ink bottle. So this is the procedure to load ink from ink damper to print head and go to waste ink tank. So after we load the ink to the print head, we need to do another check to be sure all the ink are jet out. So before we do another check, we need to be sure the machine is powered down and this emergency button is pushed down. Now also before we print, we need to power it off emergency button, and then we can move the flatbed by our hand and we pull out the print head to check the gap between the print head and medium. The paper must be between 3 to 5 millimeter. Be sure it's not scratch print head. Then we push down this button again. Now it's locked. You cannot push by hand and cannot push the flatbed by hand because the motor is locked. Then we go to the software and we set the margin. Before we print, we need to set the margin. The 35 is the 0 position for the X. The Y margin is 10 and 0 up to you. If you click on this Y margin, the machine will start according to the Y margin position. If you click off, it will start printing from the flatbed current position. So now we do another check. 继续开了吗？ Before print, we need to be sure the printer here named connected. It means the software is connected. And then before print, we need to check the flatbed move. We click feed. The flatbed will move to front. And we click back. The flatbed will move to back side. And we click left. The kite will move to left. And we click right. The flap will go to right side. And if we click X home, the kite will go to kite position automatically. And Y home is go to home position to front to back side automatically. It's Y home. So now we do another check. If we do not check, we move the flatbed to front position. Then we go to put the margin for X is 35 and the Y margin for 10. Then we click head steady and print. See now, the print out finish. We can see the print result is perfect. It's black and empty and cyan, magenta and yellow. Must be sure that it's empty and yellow. Must be sure each ink channel are print out no less than 80-90% nozzles print out. If it is not printed out, we need to do a head cleaning and print again. We go to here, clean and normal head to do the cleaning, or strong head cleaning. Normally we use the normal to do the cleaning. Then we do not check again to be sure all the nozzles are jet out. And here, this method is for do another check on to check the wet to check the color ink. Then we need to check the wet ink, not a check, because the wet ink cannot show on the wet paper. So we need to find a black metal or black glass or table, so we can remove the paper and do not check again to print the wet ink head steady on the flatbed with the same procedure to check if the wet ink are jet out or not. If the wet ink not check is not good, we need to do the head clean again with the same way. So this is the method to load ink and do not check to be sure all the ink is coming out. After we load ink and the another check is okay, then we can start to printing. Before printing, we need to rip a picture. For example, we want to